Hey y'all, and welcome back to the Binary Podcast. I'm your host, the Clocked Out Therapist, and today we're talking about something that has been showing up both with my work, with my clients, and in my personal experiences lately, and that is the power of recognizing your cycles. Yes, this one's for the flesh. Because here's the truth, you can't break a cycle you won't name, and you can't grow out of a pattern that you refuse to see. I'm gonna run that one back. You can't break a cycle you won't name, and you can't grow out of a pattern you refuse to see. Meaning you gotta spot it because you got it, as my mother would say. And until you call it out by name and get out of that denial, you're not going to grow. And that's the icky part. That's the part that keeps us stuck. Ew. Because just be vulnerable. Just take accountability. Something you don't talk about. Yeah, that word is like worse than a swear word today. Like, remember when we were growing up, like swears were bad? Like, we treat accountability the same way. But here I am rambling. Let me get back into this this that I got for you guys because I just think it's important for us to call ourselves out, right? So let's get a little scientific. Let's get a little of the basics, right? What's a cycle? A cycle is that repeated experience you keep finding yourself in. The same type of relationships that leave you drained, the same argument you replay over and over again with a different person, the same emotional spiral every time you're triggered. And often we mistake the cycle for coincidence. We say things like, why does this keep happening to me? Instead of asking, what pattern am I replaying? Like, what's my part in it? So why recognizing the cycle matters? Here's the thing. Cycles are predictable. And if something is predictable, it's preventable. When you learn to spot your own patterns, and not just in hindsight, but as if they're happening, you give yourself the gift of foresight. That foresight lets you pause. It lets you respond differently, and it keeps you from reacting on a constant autopilot. So, therapy insight I have for you guys: the pause before the pattern, the P and B, right? P and B rock, PB and J, whatever. But get this one right, and you will change your life. So in psychology, we talk about interrupting the loop. Every cycle has a trigger, a reaction, and a result. If you catch yourself before you repeat the action, you create space for a new outcome. That pause can look like taking a breath before sending that text. Like, just breathe. Do you need to send it right now? Any other time we're sitting there saying, oh, I forgot to text you back. Oh, it was like I responded in my head and never texted you. But when it comes to clapping back, we're hitting send before we even got the thought out. So take a breath before sending that text. Ask yourself, what's the story I'm telling myself right now to justify whatever you're doing, whether it's a good response or a bad response? What's the story behind it? And that pause can also be something as simple as, I'm going to write this down in a notes part of my phone or handwrite it down. And if it still makes sense, I'm gonna clap back. I'm gonna do what I need to do. But you're still recognizing. And the pause is where the pattern breaks. The pause is where you can allow that piece that you say that you want every other day or in time to maybe enter before responding. So another therapy tool, very simple, cycle mapping. So here's a practice you can try this week. Identify one repeating cycle in your life right now. Every time I feel ignored, I shut down. Map that loop. What's the trigger? What do you usually respond by? What's the outcome that always follows, right? Someone's always mad at you, or you're feeling like that's whatever. And then name a new option for the reaction. So instead of shutting down, maybe you say, every time I feel ignored, I shut down, and then shifting that to, I feel overlooked and I just need space to talk about it. I need someone who's willing to listen. And in recognizing that, you can just realize, you know what, I'm not even mad at whoever it is because they told me what I did or didn't want to hear. I'm actually just mad because I wanted to get it out without someone talking, and just having that space. And that brings me to why therapy is always very beneficial. So it doesn't hurt to get a therapist, life coach, even anyone that can just be that person for you. So closing words, just a reminder, recognizing your cycles isn't about shame, it's about strategy. And yeah, you can have fun with it. Strategy, there's fake strategy in games, and if you're already playing games in your life, you might as well try something beneficial. So you are not doomed to repeat that same story over and over and over again forever, but you do have to admit the story that you've been telling yourself so you can rewrite the new ending. So this is the Benner Podcast. I'm your host, the Clocked Out Therapist. And remember, peace ain't passive, it's proactive. And sometimes protecting your peace means recognizing your patterns before they repeat.